Hey guys, it's Ian Benjamin, Taylor and Faith Recruitment, and over the last 2 or 3 weeks, speaking to individuals, having conversations with individuals that have been made redundant due to the situation, and also individuals that have been furloughed, and those individuals have no idea what the future holds for them in a month or two's time. So it's quite a crap time for them. And then from my perspective, a lot of the vacancies that we had to work on for office support vacancies, admin, telesales, sales roles, engineering, etc. across the board, they have been cancelled. So it's a crap time for me as well. But when this bounces back, I want to help you guys out, the individuals that have been made redundant and so forth, in terms of being ahead of the curve, being prepared with your CV. So I'm going to put together some points for you guys to help you. Maybe you can share with your friends, family or individuals who may need help in terms of getting their focus and with their career going forward once we get out of this madness. So your CV, there are some really good free templates. My favourite is a company called Enhance CV. I think it's enhancecv.com, but I'll put the information up on the video and on my Facebook page as well, Taylor and Faith Facebook page for you to have a look at. Enhance CV, really good modern template you can download and to help you in terms of putting together a 2 to 3 page CV. It's so important to spell check your CV and make sure the grammar as well as the spelling is correct in the CV. And you can do this quite easily. There is a website called Grammarly. It's over here. You can have a look at that. Grammarly.com, I believe it is, and it's free. You can also download Grammarly from Google Chrome as a Google Chrome extension. Google Chrome extension, and you can put the content of your CV into Grammarly and it'll highlight and help you correct the spelling and the grammar. So it's great, fantastic tool, I love it. If you've got a LinkedIn account, LinkedIn profile, also take the link of your own identification. Each profile on LinkedIn has a unique link or registration number. Put that underneath your email address or your contact information, again, so an employer or a recruiter can copy and paste that into your browser as well. But make sure the dates on your LinkedIn profile match the dates on the CV. Okay, really important. And if anybody that you worked with previously or that you're currently working with, get them to leave a testimonial on your LinkedIn profile. So I worked with John, I worked with Jane, she was great, XYZ, and it just looks good. So if a recruiter or an employer goes to your LinkedIn profile, they can see that people have commented and about working with you in a good way. When putting your CV together and you start listing the vacancies, you want to put your most recent job first, and your jobs that are earlier in your career. If you use less text, if you like, to describe those roles, and use more text for your recent roles, that should also help you reduce the length of the CV, keeping it to ideally 2 pages, but a maximum of 3. Recruiters and employers typically look at the last few roles, the last few years, because so much could have changed back then, if you're like me, old school. So you want to kind of focus on making the more current roles have more content than your previous career. In the modern day, some people are putting a photograph in the top left-hand corner or top right-hand corner of their CV. You don't have to do that. But if you do choose to do that, make sure it's a professional photograph. It's not a photograph of you standing in a phone box or standing in a bus shelter. Make sure and so make sure that the shoulders and head are included if you do choose to go down that route. When you are describing or writing about each of your individual jobs, make sure you've got the dates in there, when you started, when you finished the employment, your job title, the name of the company, and if you can, if the company isn't like a well-known brand like Vauxhall or whatever, and they've got a website, put the website link in there. Just type it in there, www whatever, so that when the employer or the recruiter is looking through your CV, they can copy and paste that into their browser and get an idea about the company as well. So if you're able to do that, that's a good thing to do. And then when you start describing yourself in that position, you want a couple of lines as a summary, and then you can bullet point your achievements, the different tasks you carried out, what you did, blah blah blah, to use those bullet points as a way to illustrate and describe the role that you did. You can tailor your CV to each role that you apply for. So in other words, you can have more than 1, 2 or 3, 4 CVs. If your skill sets are quite varied and you're able to carry out like a project management role plus a sales role, an admin role, then you would apply for all these roles. Make sure that the CV that you apply to each vacancy for is relevant to that role. Don't assume that the recruiter or the employer will know that you can do that role. You've got to tailor the CV based on the skill sets in that job description. In this climate, a lot of people will be made redundant, so a last bit of advice I say to you is to also apply to companies directly, even if you haven't even seen them advertising. Email their HR department, get onto their website. If you feel that you can add value to that company and with your skills and experience that you've gained, then reach out to them directly, and because they won't have to pay a recruitment agency fee. And so yeah, I think that's something to do as well. Don't just rely on working with agencies. Reach out to companies directly and make them aware that that you are available, potentially available. To stand out from the crowd, what you can do is put together a short video of yourself with your smartphone or tablet, talking about your location, your availability, your experience, skills, achievements, how far you're willing to commute, whether you drive, have a car. Just a small 2 to 3 minute video that would obviously enhance your application and to give somebody also an idea of how you come across, your personality, your communication skills. And it's quite innovative too. And it's easy to upload from your smartphone to Dropbox. Then you can copy the link, copy and paste the link onto your CV. And then when the recruiter or the employer receives it, they can put that in, copy and paste that link into their browser, and they can watch your video. So that's an idea. So that's it. And like I said, any other questions you may have, let me know. Happy to pick up the phone or to respond to any messages or emails, any questions that you may have. So I hope I've been of help to you. Many thanks.